I'm a 27-year-old female, and my husband's grandfather just passed away, leaving behind an absolute fortune inheritance. Well, my in-laws are freeloaders, lazy, manipulative, bums, you name it, that's what they are. Guys, I have an absolute wild story for you because I don't think they deserve anything. So I want you to sit back, relax, because I got a heck of a story today. I can't really talk about this with anyone. It's a thing that's supposed to stay in the family, or else our reputation will be severely damaged. A lot of things that go on here are kind of unlawful. My husband's family wants to be good in the public eye no matter what, but I needed to get all this off of my chest. They call themselves philanthropists, and think of themselves as public figures. They want to show everyone how virtuous they are so that they have respect in the public eye. They all want celebrity treatment, so to say, but no one even knows who they are. My mother-in-law never repeats a single outfit, and they might sound very wealthy, but they're up to their necks in debt. I married into this family, thinking that they were socialites or even elites. I've always dreamt of that lifestyle, and I never really told anyone I married for the money. It's our secret, I guess. But nobody knows me here, so I might as well be honest. Let me explain from the very beginning. I've been conditioned to marry rich people ever since I was young. See, my mother, she's 60, struggled all her life because she married for love but never had her needs fulfilled. She saw that my Aunt Kate, who married a rich man, had a much better lifestyle than us. She could not really help herself but wanted me to marry someone rich so that my life would be much better. My aunt has given me so many expensive gifts throughout my whole life. She gave them away like they meant nothing to her, and some of them had price tags based on what our family spent the whole month. My mom would drag me to my aunt the first chance she got. My whole life, I've observed how my aunt, her family, and her guests behave and interact. I knew I had to be one of them. I got used to this kind of behavior, and I learned their ways and how to interact with them. At home and with my friends, I was the usual me. But with them, I changed who I was. I was starting to like to pretend to be the person I would become more. I wanted to be that person my entire life, and my mother wanted the same for me. Well, I met my husband, his name's Lucas, he's 35, through my aunt. He was instantly attracted to me, and he had issues getting girls because he's a bit plus-sized. Initially, he gave me the ick, but he was the only eligible bachelor that I could find, and I hated him for being the size that he was, but I'm pretty used to it now. He still lives with his parents and works as a school teacher. He doesn't earn much at all, but I married him for, well, his inheritance. At first, I did not know that he was a school teacher. The way he spent money on dates absolutely attracted to me, and I realized later that he didn't even earn much. But it didn't matter since he was the heir to so much wealth. The way their family behaved definitely spoke of wealth and poshness. It was everything I ever wanted. I was oblivious to what really goes on inside the family, and they started showing their true colors only after I got engaged. We got married just months after we met. He was scared I would leave him and find somebody more hot. So he was pretty okay with marrying so early into the relationship. He didn't have a house of his own, so we stayed where his family lived. It wasn't really an issue for me because they lived in a huge mansion, and you could live in the same house and not see each other's faces for days. We all had butlers, cooks, chauffeurs at our service at all times, and all this belonged to Lucas's grandfather, Henry, who's 92 and deceased. He passed away recently, but was alive when I married into the family. Henry was a huge businessman for his time. He made pretty good investments inside of his lifetime and, well, got lucky with almost all of them. He lived through the Great Depression and really valued money. He had so much of it and never wasted a single penny. He lived a very humble life to his last breath, and he is an inspiration to all of us. I wasn't really allowed to talk much to him, though, and I would only speak when he asked me questions. He was extremely fond of Lucas. My in-laws, Lucas's parents, Stuart and Donna, live at Henry's mercy. Stuart is Henry's younger son. Henry's older son, Samuel, is also rich and successful, and Samuel managed to carry on the legacy and build his own empire. But Stuart did not. You see, Stuart lives off his father's money and wants, a rich aristocratic life, and his wife, Donna, wants the same. She comes from a rich family as well, but they have nothing compared to Henry's wealth. Donna and Stuart are insufferable. Lucas is their only son, and they want to control his life. Lucas tries to escape the shackles of their control, but is unable to do so. Henry did not want Lucas to leave the house, and Lucas had to abide. Lucas was the closest to Henry right up until his death, and Stuart and Donna lived off Henry's money like absolute leeches. They want everything, the expensive clothes, the cars, the parties, the royal treatment, you name it, but don't want to work at all for it. Stuart, has had many failed businesses and is severely in debt. He also lost the money of a lot of investors who threatened him and forced him to pay them back at gunpoint. I know, crazy. Henry has had to save Stuart's butt plenty of times, and Stuart takes investments from sketchy people because no sane person would ever invest in his stupid business ideas. I can't really reveal the businesses that he had, but some of them were really stupid, and I laughed until I dropped upon hearing them. Donna literally just wants to shop and go to parties all the time, and she watches these reality shows all day in her free time sitting there in her bedroom. She doesn't care about Stuart's business or his losses. As long as she gets to do whatever she wants, totally irrelevant, but Donna is an alcoholic. That I never seen her sober. Donna and Stuart hate me, but I don't really care. They never really had the right to decide whether I should stay in the house or marry Lucas. Having said that, they leave no stone unturned in making my life a living hell, along with Lucas. It's like they want to control me just like they control Lucas. Donna wanted the wedding according to her, but I said, no, I'm not having it. It's my wedding. She did have her way and came wearing a silver, glittery gown for my wedding. The fat butt looked like a disco ball. She'd do things like order the house staff to do the opposite of what I said, or have her own parties when I wanted to throw one. She'll call Lucas over to talk whenever I want to spend time with him alone, and she'll also contradict everything I say to Lucas. Despite knowing her bullcrap, Stuart sides with her whenever I speak up against something. Henry did not want to be involved in the house fights. He was sick anyways and on his deathbed. Lucas was in talks with the mayor, a 59-year-old, to build a primary school in honor of Henry while he was still alive. He didn't live to see the school built, however. Lucas would be the headmaster of a school, and I was happy because my husband would not have to teach kids. The headmaster is a much more respectable job, at least. I'm trying to mold him to be what I want. He can start off by losing weight, but he just won't budge. He eats so much. After Henry died, he left some of his investments to Samuel and his kids, and some to Lucas. Stuart had nothing. It turns out Stuart had already spent his share of the inheritance, and Henry was not letting him have any more. I took advantage, gave them an earful, and taunted them about how poor they are. Donna could not stand the insult. Now they want a share of Lucas's inheritance to pay off the debt since they were literally relying on it. But Lucas wouldn't budge. He wants the money too. Thank goodness he won't listen to them, and the house was left to Lucas as well, and Lucas could decide whether to kick them out or not. I really hoped that he'd tell them to get, but he didn't. He let them stay, and I argued with Lucas about why he would do that since they were only there for the money. He said that they were his parents and he could not just abandon them. Donna and Stuart continued to control him. He would do exactly as they say, and when I told him I had a problem with it, he would just shrug me off and say that they're his parents and they would not have anywhere to go. Stuart and Donna slowly piled up the bills and expected Lucas to pay for them. Lucas put an end to all the petty expenses, however, that stopped them from living this lavish life that they wanted. Lucas's parents could not stand the restrictions and started retaliating. They would fight with me and Lucas every day over petty things. They finally lost their patience and demanded, quote, their share of the inheritance. Lucas said that they had no share and that all the money was his. He said that he would not allow them to waste his grandfather's hard-earned money like that. Upon hearing what Lucas had to say, they made our lives a living hell and fought over Lucas's inheritance every single day. It was starting to get annoying and tiring. The fighting was not working for them, and they wanted the money badly to pay off their debts and live lavishly. They started blackmailing Lucas in the most unbelievable way. The mayor was Stuart's good friend, and Stuart supported the mayor in his unlawful activities. They're very cunning people, I'm telling you. The land that they gave permission to build the school on was unauthorized and illegally seized. They blackmailed Lucas, saying that they'd blame him and make sure he was arrested. Lucas found it difficult to get out of the situation, and they kept on blackmailing him every day for the money. I did not want Lucas to get arrested, but I didn't want to lose the money either. Things escalated so much that my in-laws took out guns to threaten Lucas. I was scared for my life. These guys are dangerous and would even kill for money. I regretted marrying into such a huge mess, and the school had not been built yet, so Lucas publicly backed out of it and made a public statement to everybody in town. He also said that the mayor can choose whoever is fit to continue the school project. Lucas was saddened by the fact that he could not build a school in his grandfather's honor. He was really invested in the project, and Stuart and Donna needed to find something new to threaten Lucas with. They told him that if he does not give them a share, they'll get him fired from his school and accuse him of sexually assaulting a minor. They had found a kid whose parents were ready to testify against him, and Lucas was absolutely enraged, and he kicked Donna and Stuart out for stooping so low. He increased the security around the house because of the constant threats. It meant that I was not allowed to go shopping or even go to parties, and I could not even meet my mom. I made Lucas quit his job. I told him that he should quit so that they could not accuse him of assault and he wouldn't go to jail. He was better off without the job anyways. I didn't want him to be a school teacher. His pay was nothing compared to the money that we had, and I did not want to lose it to Stuart and Donna at any cost. Stuart and Donna would still blow up our phones to ask for money. They don't have an income and are living in a small apartment. They could not afford the things they once had, and they had so much debt to pay off, the mayor gave Stuart a respectable job, but it was not enough to pay off all his debts. We were finally at peace now, however. Peace that we have gotten rid of Stuart and Donna. I have the whole house to myself. Donna's not here to be an obstacle anymore, and everything is going my way. Everyone listen to me. I have control over Lucas. I make Lucas work out and follow a diet. He's becoming pretty fit. Kicking Stuart and Donna out really changed my life for the absolute better, and now I feel like a queen. Most of this post is really wild, I know, but for all you who are wishing this is what it's really like to get married into a rich family, everyone is two-faced and out to get each other. These guys would do anything for money except live without it. Apart from all the drama and hypocrisy, the wealth and poshy life is pretty good. I can buy things I never thought I could. Life's easy. You have people do everything for you, cook, clean, you name it. I really want to continue living this way, and I want Donna and Stuart out of the way. They are hell-bent on getting their share of the money, which is actually Lucas's. They still call us all the time, and the drama just does not end. I need a way to put this to an end and kick them out of our lives forever. I still can't go out because of the security. There's no privacy in our house because of the staff, so they'll literally just snitch if I call someone and reveal all this. I can have people over, but I can't speak in the house. There are staff everywhere, and I don't know, I really just need a place to let all of my information out. I also need insight on how to get rid of Stuart and Donna for good. So, guys, if you have any sort of ideas, let me know. I'll be posting more updates here. By the way, there's no point in Googling us because I've changed all our actual names in this story, so good luck. I really don't want to be identified, but I'll definitely be giving more information on all this. Thank you for your help. What's up, everybody? Mr. Reddito here. Today's story is a wild, and I mean absolutely wild family drama. It has 3 updates, and let me just tell you right now, you are not prepared for update number 2. It is insane. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for daily videos, and let's jump into update number 1. Hello again, everyone. I'm writing this post in continuation of my last update of what happened. I've had a lot of comments saying that my husband's family is a major red flag and I should leave immediately. Well, I would, but I would not find anyone who'd give me the lifestyle that I love. Plus, it's not just the money. I'm kind of attached to Lucas too. I mean, I don't really love him. He's not my type, but I'm used to him now. He's kind to me, and he goes out of his way to treat me well. He's insecure because of his unsuccessful dating life, and he's afraid to lose me. Nothing is too big of a red flag to lose what I have. I mean, it's a lavish life and a husband who treats me nicely. Lucas doesn't want money wasted, so I don't dare ask for something off limits or too expensive. I do, however, splurge on luxury items like bags or perfumes. He lets me host parties and dinners, but I know I definitely cannot ask him for a nice vacation home or a car, even though he can afford it. The dynamics of our relationship changed after Donna and Stuart left. I had more control over him, and he wasn't working, so I had him with me all the time. The whole relationship is boring because we don't have anything in common to talk about. He talks about things that I have zero interest in. Donna and Stuart would call every day and threaten us for their share of the inheritance, but we knew they were powerless. The mayor would not help them much either now that they were broke. He was just with them when they were rich. Donna and Stuart had to sell a lot of the stuff that they owned because they needed money to pay off their debts, and they didn't have much space in their rented apartment for all the useless stuff that they owned. The stuff they sold was nowhere near the amount of debt that they had. Now that Henry has died, their downfall is a hot topic for everyone. Rumors and gossip about them were all over the place. Of course, I added to the rumors. I hated them to the core for being so petty and annoying. A couple weeks after they got kicked out, we had a visitor who insisted on meeting Lucas. She had been wanting to meet Lucas for quite some time, but could not because of the tight security. It was a nurse in her 20s from the same hospital that treated Henry. She revealed that Stuart had been paying the doctors to give Henry the wrong medicines. Stuart wanted to have control and power over everything Henry had. So, he made Henry sick and helpless. The medicines resulted in Henry's untimely death, and they even paid the coroners to shut their mouth and had a fake autopsy prepared. The nurse overheard the whole conversation between Stuart and the doctor, and, well, Stuart assured the doctor that no one would suspect him and that everything was under wraps. The nurse did not approach the police because she was simply scared. Well, I was scared too, and that's when I truly realized how low Stuart and Donna could have actually stooped. That's when it truly dawned upon me that my life could be in danger. Lucas was shocked as well, and yeah, it took some time for him to believe the truth. The nurse could be lying, and we started to collect evidence around the house. Autopsy reports, old medicine, doctor reports, you name it. We didn't find much information, however. Everything was in Donna and Stuart's possession. The house had been wiped clean of any of Henry's medical history. The whole thing seemed suspicious, so we decided to investigate further. Lucas contacted Henry's caregiver, Nikki, and, asking her details. She listed out the name of the medicines that she could remember, and she told us Henry's schedule and some details of his medical reports. We asked Lucas's friend Raj, who's a doctor, and he told us that the drugs can cause paralysis if wrongfully taken. Things were coming into work, and Lucas was shocked and upset over his parents being the killers of his beloved and cherished grandfather. I assured him he had lived a long and pretty good life, and it was time to go for him anyways. We needed to find a way to punish Stuart now. It was difficult because we did not have any solid evidence. We reluctantly approached Lucas's uncle Samuel for help. Samuel admitted to recently giving Stuart financial help, but was also shocked to hear the truth. He said that he had a strained relationship with Henry and regretted not being able to spend time with him or save him from his painful death. He agreed to help us bring Henry justice, and I knew if he was, to be successful, Stuart and Donna would go to jail. I was sick and tired of their interference in our lives. I did not want to share our wealth with them anyways, and I was tired of their constant threats and wanted to get rid of them for good. I was frightened at the same time, and they were criminals and would kill for money to save their butts. I decided to stay low-key and not get too involved. We collected some evidence from the household and the staff about Henry's symptoms. Samuel managed to get hold of records from the hospital, and the medicines prescribed to him in the hospital recordings were completely different from the ones Nikki told us about. The household staff pointed us to the drugstore, and we paid them, to give us the evidence. They took out old bills that matched Nikki's statements. Samuel Lucas went to the authorities with all the evidence, and Stuart tried to defend himself with false reports that they had. It was a tough legal battle, as we did not have much to go on. Samuel pushed as hard as he could and hired the best lawyers possible. The case went against them, and they lost the case. Stuart and the doctor involved have been sentenced to jail. The doctor would also never be able to practice again. Donna, however, was let go, and there was no evidence that she was involved in the case. Stuart went to jail, and Donna went to her sister's house. Samuel was going to retire from his business and decided to keep in touch with Lucas. They both agreed to build a school in honor of Henry, who was a strong advocate for education without discrimination. I was happy that there would be no one to share our wealth with and that there was no threat. I started to live my life more freely as we slowly removed all the security personnel. Lucas got back to working at a school even though Samuel insisted he'd join a position at his company that Lucas was qualified for. Lucas declined the offer and said teaching kids was his passion. I tried to convince him to take the offer, but he just would not listen. I eventually gave in and we continued to live our lives. I still live the wealthy life I've always wanted to, and hopefully all this drama's over and it stays this way. I would like to thank all of the readers and people who commented because it's nice to be heard every once in a while. Update number 2. Hello again. So I'm here with another update. Guys, remember how I said Donna went back to her sister's house? She actually came back a month later, begging for space in our home. She tried to convince Lucas that she was innocent and was not involved in any of the activities against us or Henry. I thought Lucas would not be surprised or stupid, but he took her word for it. I was devastated, and I had just started living my life to the fullest. Lucas took her in, and she went back to her old ways. She went back to trying to control Lucas, but this time she tried to play the role of an innocent victim who'd have to live through tough times because of her husband. She played emotional games with Lucas and would constantly victimize herself to get her way. Lucas gave in to her demands, and she would have parties and go back to her ways of overspending on useless, frivolous things. Lucas ensured that a specific sum would be given to her to spend for the month. He did the same with me too. The new restriction sort of cut off my wings. It was less than I was spending before Donna came back. Her presence irked me so much, and I wanted to hurt her and tell everyone that it was an accident. She would always want her own way, and she took control over the whole house, and I could not do anything because she had Lucas's sympathy. She started caring about him and acting like she was sorry for being a bad mother in the past. Lucas liked the changed mother that he saw in front of him. She was being overly affectionate towards him as opposed to the rude and stubborn person that she was. She had this nice act to me in front of Lucas, but, well, insufferable behind his back. She played little games in the house to make my life a living hell. The household staff prioritized her before me, no matter how much I tried otherwise. I knew this two-timing face, well, that she was just putting up an act. Yeah, I was just going to find a bit of dirt on her. I decided to spy on her for a couple of days, and I gave the driver a bit of extra cash to tell me the places that she goes. She can't drive herself, so she can't possibly go without him. The driver revealed that she visits jail to meet Stuart, and I decided to tell Lucas, but I was also curious to know why Donna was acting so sweet. I knocked Donna's phone on the counter to break it. I offered to take it for repairs for her, and she insisted. Well, I knew her password, and as the dumb woman never makes an effort to hide it, I told the guy to bug the phone with a mirroring application. When she went to visit Stuart, I called her from my phone, and she picked up my phone call from the application without it making a sound. I made sure to record the call, and it revealed what Stuart and Donna were conspiring on. They decided to use Lucas to save enough money to get him out of jail. Stuart instructed her to continue acting sweet, and Donna said that she hates Lucas so much that she can't put this act up anymore. It turns out Lucas was adopted, and he was brought home by Henry. Henry insists Stuart and Donna be his parents if they want to live with them. They did not expect Henry to give all the inheritance to Lucas, and now they have to put up this act to get his money because threatening him wasn't working. I showed all of this to Lucas. He was really hurt, and he started questioning his own reality. His world changed when he discovered the truth, and he kicked Donna out despite her pleas and begging with him to let her stay. He vowed never to talk to Donna and Stuart again. The whole thing has changed him, and he is not the same anymore. He's cold and distant of me, too. He gained weight again and now only focuses on school. Should I be concerned about him? I'd like some suggestions on what I can do to get my husband back to normal. I know I should give him some time, but I need to know whether I'm doing enough to help him. What's up, everybody? Mr. Reddito here. So now I have a final update, and I'm going to let you guys know it is a very interesting one because I actually found another posting. But this time, it's not from OP. It's from Lucas himself. And Lucas is going to tell us his point of view of what he thinks about OP's post and everything that she has to say about his family. Guys, prepare yourself for this final update because it's a doozy. Hey guys, this is Lucas from the post that my wife posted. Yes, I can confirm that a lot of the wild crap that went down is 100% true. What I can also confirm is that some of it's utter bullcrap. Let me start off by telling you my real name. My name is Nick. It's not Lucas. Lucas is actually the name of my dog. Yeah, how ironic, right? I don't know, I just think it's weird for her to refer to me as my dog's name. Her name's Leia. And this post sounded way too relatable when I came across it, and I discovered that it was actually my wife who posted it. And the post is about our crazy life. It's okay if she wants to vent, I totally get it. The past year has been very difficult for us, and what I've realized about her through what she wrote is that she has no love or even the slightest bit of compassion for me. She is a pretentious gold digger with the face of an angel. She did open my eyes and help me discover that I was adopted, though. It was shocking, but it really put things into perspective. My parents have never been affectionate towards me or shown any kind of love for that matter. I've grown up to be a people pleaser. Everywhere I looked for love and, well, I don't know. It's just they wanted me for money. I thought Leia was different. Now I found out that she could not even stand me, but it's just here for the money and the lifestyle. Leia constantly pestered me to become fit. I thought it was because she genuinely cared about my health. I have diabetes, and it's really hard for me to control my weight. I didn't know that she'd be so insensitive and cruel. She told me I needed to be somewhere better in terms of my career. I thought she wanted me to grow, to prosper. I didn't know she was ashamed of my job as a teacher, and a lot of you probably won't know how much I actually inherited. It's substantial. It's a whopping $3 million. At that rate at which my parents and my wife are spending, I would, be broke in no time. Although Leia opened my eyes and helped me see my parents for what they really are, she's no better either. So I divorced her. Don't worry, guys, I gave her a share, too, and she settled for very little because I had this post to tell the world who she really was. Uncle Samuel! And I managed to build the school in honor of my grandfather. I put things in place and then I left that school. I had enough of everything, so this is what I did. I retired and then I moved away from my home. I live in Thailand now. It's cheaper than the United States and I can live here my whole life lavishly without earning a single penny just off my inheritance alone. I've learned the language here, and now I teach kids who need education but don't have access to it. I'm really proud of myself now, and I think Grandpa would be proud of me too. You'd want to know what everyone else is up to, right? I don't think Leia would be giving more updates on this, so my dad, he's still in jail. My mom stays at her sister's but does not live the same lavish life that she's used to. I was kind enough to not put her in jail as well. Samuel's living a happy retirement life with beers and gold. Leia found a new guy for herself. Yeah, I knew that was coming. She got a lot of beauty treatments done when she was with me, and she managed to find someone for herself. I don't think they'll last long, though, secret between me and you, but whatever floats her boat. We all know how good gold diggers are. I know she'll read my reply just to let her know I've lost weight, and now I'm with a hot Thai woman. Some comments really cared and called her out for body shaming and being a gold digger. I'd like to thank you all for supporting me throughout this journey. Wow, I did not see some of this story coming, and the point of view from OP's husband was groundbreaking. Guys, could you imagine being in OP's husband's position? Good for him to get the heck out of there and move off to Thailand and enjoy the rest of his days. Thailand has some good food. I hope you guys enjoyed today's story. I do want to know what you think about it. Drop a comment down below and let me know, if you were in the husband's position, would you have done the same thing? Divorce the wife and just get the heck out of there. Drop your thoughts and opinions down below. If you guys are new to the channel, my name's Mr. Reddito. I narrate stories every single day. So stop on by, see what stories we're up to tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe. Guys, have a fantastic day. I'll catch you in the next one, and just remember, it's cool to be kind. See ya!